Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode of Wolfsburg Warriors. Today we might potentially win our first league title, and it's only our second season here with Wolfsburg in the Bundesliga. We've got a match against Leipzig where if we win it we can actually become champions with a couple games left to go. So a lot riding on it. Hopefully we can get our first title, because if you haven't watched last video yet I suggest you do, but we did get knocked out of the Champions League. Now, because the aim of the series is to win the Champions League, that was a bit of a heartbreaker, but if we can ease our pain by winning a league title, I don't think any Wolfsburg fans will be complaining. But yeah, hopefully we can win the title today, so without further ado, let's get right into it, run the intro, and let's start this episode. Hi everybody and welcome to the video, welcome to the series if you're new, and yeah, it's a big episode today. We could potentially win our first league title to hopefully start our era of dominance in the Bundesliga. I think we've built our team to do just that, because we might be about to win the league title, or being well at least. I mean, there's pretty much no way we won't win it at this rate, but I'll keep this video going until we do win it. But yeah, not only are we about to win the league title, we've got a squad that most of the players are like 23, 24 and under, so we're just going to keep developing, keep getting better, and I think this is the start of a long period of dominance for this Wolfsburg side, as long as we can get our hands on that first title today without any unnecessary complications, I will say, because last time since you saw us, we played Barcelona. We lost, of course, we got knocked out of the Champions League, but that didn't throw us off too much in terms of the only other thing we had left really, which was winning the league. We beat Stuttgart 2-0, Gladbach 3-0, and then we did draw to Bayer Leverkusen away 3-3. We've got some fairly hard matches coming up, Leipzig, Dortmund away, and then Union Berlin, but if we do get a win today against Leipzig, I'm not sure what a point does, but a win for sure means that we do win the league title. So it's all on the line today. It's probably going to be a shorter one because there's less to talk about. There hasn't been too much since the last long episode against Barcelona. So hopefully you all enjoy it. We had a youth intake come through that was absolute trash. I don't know if I have showed it yet. It's been a while since I recorded the Wolfsburg save, but the youth intake that came through was a load of rubbish. It's a good job that we did sign some better players. Who was it? This Lutz guy? Where is he? Marcel Lutz, here we go. He's the only one with potential in our under-19s left, but he was someone that we bought. Our other best player from our youth intakes was this guy, Simin Aslamovic, but he does look pretty good mentally, but I don't think he's got what it takes to be a striker at the top level. So I think it's a good job we've got Lutz coming through, because he can potentially influence the team at some point, because he's developing quite nicely at the age of 16. Youth intakes overall aren't looking amazing, but we do have a very good under-19 squad in terms of all-round ability, because they're winning plenty of trophies, and I think they've won the under-19s league yet again. The club's developing nicely. We've got some money in the bank still, so that's not too much of an issue. We've got a massive transfer budget for next year. The tactics doing fine. All our players are playing very well. I don't think there's anyone injured specifically. Adeyemi's been out for a while and is coming back, so we'll see if we do use him in this game against Leipzig, but I think it's probably best that we do. Other than that, though, we're pretty much ready to go straight into the game. Hopefully it does end up with us winning the league title. If it does, I'll try and see if a season review comes straight after. I don't know if we have to finish both games after that to actually get the season review to appear, in which case we will leave it out. But yeah, plenty of ideas for what we might do in a transfer window, which I'll follow up after the game on what I think we might do. But if you are enjoying the series, if you are enjoying the videos, it would mean a lot to me if you could smash the like button, just make that little button turn blue. It really does help the videos and push them out to as many people as possible, and I'm not just saying that, it really does. Comment down below anything you want. I'm always happy to chat to you guys, and let me know what you think we could potentially do in Series 3 with this side. Do you think we can win a Champions League yet? Are we ready? Anything like that. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We've hit 6,000 subscribers now, which is an amazing number to hit. I think we're just going to keep going up and up and up, and who knows, maybe in a year's time we're at 10,000. I don't know. You guys are crazy the way you blow up some of these videos. So thank you for all the support. But with that being said, let's get right into this game, and let's pick the team actually. So we're going to go for Castells in goal, Bakula, Krog, Gavardiol, DiMarco. Basically, with no other competitions other than our weekly Bundesliga games, we should be able to play our best 11 in these matches. Of course, there's some choices to be made. For example, Kozlowski might not be our best Metzala, but he's one of our younger players who has plenty more potential, and he's pretty effective in games, so I'm happy to use him there, even if star rating wise, if you want to believe in star ratings, he's not meant to be the best Metzala. I think he'll still do a good job for us. Lewis Cook, Arnold, Wirtz, Sesko and Adeyemi. Wirtz is the one player in this squad who I'm slightly worried about, because we spent a lot of money on him. He's got plenty of potential, but he is already 19. His potential has started to dip the more and more that he's been here at the club. And I think that's a representation of how he's playing in game, and then the coaches are reacting to that, because he has a good game every now and then, but he can be very disappointing and go missing during the matches. I don't know whether that's just because of the role and the position he's in. They tend to get less average match ratings in these attacking midfield roles. but I'm not sure. We'll keep him there for now. The only problem is, when we do bring in Jeremy Boga, who Wirtz came in to basically replace, when Boga plays, we're a completely different team. He is like elevates our team to another level in terms of that attacking third. I really like it when Boga's on the pitch, but I have faith that if we keep playing Wirtz, he'll sort out his form and hopefully get to a point where he's playing good for us and getting us good results. But I think a good thing to do would just be to say to him, warm player, recent form, try and get him to pick it up a little bit. He certainly can improve. There you go. Maybe that will lead to him having a good game. We'll see if there's an exact effect from that. But overall, the squad's looking very nice. We've got some interest in some of our key players. I don't think we're letting Cook go to Newcastle. I don't think we'll let Arnold go to Tottenham, although 28, no, he's in his prime. I'm not going to sell him. I was going to see how old he was, but 28 years old is probably perfect. Lacroix wanted by Real Madrid, who of course bought Bernabeu offers, but I don't think I want to sell him. Grealish, I could potentially let go. He hasn't played as much this year, and I think we'll definitely make a big profit on him from what we signed him for, because I think he is now worth like 20 odd million. There you go, 40 odd million pounds we'd want for him at the age of 27, and we paid 11 million pounds for him. But as you can see, he hasn't played as much this year since Cooks came in. No fault of his own. He just isn't as good as Cook and plays when Cook isn't there. That's pretty much the only time when Grealish comes in. So that's our team. Hopefully this will be the side that wins our first league title for Wolfsburg. What, is it in their history or has it been a long time? Let's have a look. I don't think it's in their history. They've won it once before in 2009. Okay, so pretty much since we've won it, it's been Bayern Munich and then the occasional Dortmund, wasn't it? But it's been pretty much Bayern Munich since then. So it'd be a nice change for someone to win it since, what, a decade ago, 2009? 12, 13 years ago? Yeah, big deal if we can win today. Leipzig are not an easy opponent at all, who find themselves sitting in 4th place, but a long way off where we are. Overall, though, just before we do get in the match, what a season it's been in terms of our league performance, because only one loss, and that was against Bayern Munich in a 4-3 away match. So we're only one goal away from having an unbeaten season so far. We've drew 6 games against some fairly decent sides, some drop points there as well, but overall, it's been very, very good from us, and hopefully we can finish the season here, because then the Dortmund game and the was it Union Berlin that we've got left, I can use some of the younger players, try and bed some new players into the squad, try some players out that I haven't really been using so much, and see how we get on with that. But here we go. Let's get right into the game, and hopefully we can come out with a win. Let's see what Leipzig are putting up for this match. Is it going to be... it's a pretty nice team. Is that Eric Garcia? It is. Sorry, it's just behind my camera. But overall, they're doing the same kind of thing we are, building like a young team. But I think we've got the better players, haven't we? I think we almost certainly have, and we should do at least with the amount of money that we have spent. Let's see how they are shaping up. Why not enjoy this match for everything that we can, because it might go super quick and then the episode might be over. So let's see how Leipzig are shaping up in a 5-2-2-1. Yeah, we're going to win. Now that I've seen the formation they're playing, I just feel like we're going to destroy them. Let's see if we can come out of this with a league title. If not, like I say, I'll show the next game after this and the next game after that until eventually we do win it. But I have enough faith that we will get through here and win it quite comfortably. But we'll see what goes on as the game develops. It is a pretty nice Leipzig team though. Like some players in there that I definitely wouldn't mind having in our side. Mariba, Olbo, Eric Garcia. Omar Richards is good at left back as well. I don't know if that's Joe Rodon from Swansea/Tottenham. Might be. But yeah, we are 30 minutes in and absolutely nothing has happened. But we do have our first highlight now, just as I've said that. So the FM gods are clearly listening. But yeah, just overall, a massive thank you for all the support on the channel. I'm not sure whether it's going out before or after this video, but I've also done an Everton rebuild as normal. I'll keep doing the one-off rebuilds every now and then, but the main priority of this channel is this Wolfsburg series, of course. But that's why there's been less Wolfsburg, like a big time between the Wolfsburg episodes, because I have been recording the Everton rebuild in between, and that did take a while. And we almost go close there with Baku playing a ball in towards Adeyemi, and I thought that was going to be a goal, but good defending from the Leipzig defenders, and it stops us getting a real chance out of it, to be honest. But we're going to keep going with Cook in the 37th minute to Wirtz. Kovzowski now, he is very good in these positions. Finds Sesko, he shoots. I thought that was a goal. I thought that was a guaranteed goal, but it's not just yet. Leipzig making it hard work for us. I will do the maths later on in the game, what a draw will mean if we are still drawing, because then obviously I have to think about it. But I don't want to waste my brain doing unnecessary maths if we can just win and just claim the title that way. But yeah, halfway into the match. Not as dominant as I would have liked. I would have liked more chances, of course, but I think overall, statistically, we are on top in this game. But some players not having their best game so far. Maybe the season is starting to take its toll in terms of fitness and all that kind of stuff. Looks like some players are getting tired who probably shouldn't be at this stage of the game. So we'll see what we do substitution-wise in about the 65th minute. But for now, we've got one more highlight to see if we can put ourselves in the lead before then. Oh my god, I had some drinks last night and I think it's carried over a little bit because I can't speak sometimes today. It's a poor ball. What? There's nothing wrong with that. How can it be offside if the goalkeeper's just popped it down? So what I saw here was we played a cross in, the keeper's claimed it, and then just dropped the ball out of nowhere and we've tapped it in. It's been awarded, right, it has been awarded. I don't know why there was even an offside claim in that, because surely once the keeper drops it, then it's like a whole new move, right? Let's have a look. Keeper catches it, and then does he ever actually catch it? I didn't see what happened, really. I think Adeyemi's right underneath it. We're not complaining, we're 1-0 up, but just interested how that ended up being a goal for us, or at least why it was even questioned as being a goal. I would have thought, if anything, they would have said, yeah, you knocked it out of the goalkeeper's hands, and you can't have the goal. I don't even know if that can happen in Football Manager. But 65 minutes in, just before I do make my first change, it looks like we're getting our first Leipzig highlight. Hopefully we can weather the storm and not let them score too early. But yeah, that was one of the strangest goals I've seen for a long time. But we're not complaining. We were 1-0 up, and now Sesko, who got the goal, really it was Adeyemi and the work before it who got him the goal, because he had an open goal when he did take the shot. But it looks like we've won it back, and we're going to go for a second goal, which will really just seal the deal. And it's Baku in that crossing position yet again. Hopefully the goalkeepers took their butter off his gloves, and it's Florian Wirtz who scores after we just told him that he needs to improve. He's obviously heard us, and he's gone and put the ball in the back of the net from a Baku cross. Baku, by the way, is just insane. There's a reason the game's ranking him as like a 5-star player every now and then for us. Usually it's 4.5, but sometimes 5. And we've had plenty of interest in him, but we have signed him down to a new long-term deal because he is the real deal at right back. And if I was going to sell him, 80, 90 million pounds I'd accept for him, nothing less. But we're now 2-0 up. He is a perfect player at right back, and I think he is going to be my man of the match for today's game, no matter what happens from here on out. But I think we just rest some players now, bring on the likes of Ranks to come on for Arnold in the midfield. I think Adeyemi, there's no point risking him getting another injury when he's only half fit. We'll play Piccoli there, and then we'll take off Gvardiol for Garcia McNulty, and then just see it out from there. And hopefully we'll be seeing us lift the league title. There's no reason we shouldn't at this stage. Leipzig haven't really offered anything all game now. The possession is slowly dwindling down for them. The chances have never really started ticking over. And once I saw this formation and I looked and they were playing fairly defensively, at least it looks that way that they're set up, I did think, yeah, we're going to be fine, because I trust our fullbacks against their wing backs that they've got. So I think we will be fine in this game. I don't expect them to do too much, but they are probably the most famous last words you could ever have in Football Manager. But we are looking like we're going to have another highlight here with Lewis Cook, Lacroix. All of these players can play a really good pass. Garcia McNulty is, of course, a ball-playing defender, so maybe he's got an eye for a long ball over the top in a few seconds. Maybe it would be Lacroix, but we are playing it around very nicely. The vertical tiki-taka is working perfectly. Here is Florian Wirtz. Is he going to add another goal? It looks like he might go for an assist instead. Crosses it in, does really well. And Piccoli, with his 7th of the season, everyone on this team is firing on all cylinders right now. Wirtz was the only problem, and he's got a goal and an assist in this game. So clearly not as big of a problem as I did make out, but that was brilliant football. I thought for a second here, hit it with your left. Wirtz took a few seconds, looked like the highlight might be over. But then that's a great ball in, and Piccoli is never going to miss. That is his trait. He's like the aerial threat in our team. Weghorst is someone who might potentially leave. I did see that he's joined Burnley in real life, which seems like a proper Sean Dyche signing, doesn't it? Although I suppose he's probably looking for the English version of Weghorst all the time. Olmo does get a goal there, but yeah, not usually signing players that are outside of England, is he, Sean Dyche? But I think Weghorst probably suits Burnley's playstyle perfectly. But in terms of his Football Manager save, I think it might be about time for Weghorst to move on, because he's not contributed as much this year. He hasn't played as much. He hasn't needed to play as much when we've got Sesko, Adeyemi and Piccoli. But if he does leave, we will have to find a player who can back up Adeyemi in that advanced forward role, because I think Sesko and Piccoli have got the target man sorted out now for years, because they are both quite young as well. But obviously Adeyemi is going to be the star advanced forward, but we need someone to come in for him every now and then, because he plays so much that he will get tired and get a few injuries from time to time. So I think a backup striker will be something we look at, but I will talk more about the transfers in a few minutes, because it looks like Leipzig might go and get their second goal here unless we can defend well. And if they do, then it's a pretty nervy end to the game. Conrad Lima, good save by Castells. Forsberg follows in, and it's off the line by Lacroix with a back heel, I think. Okay, he's offside, but I think that has basically meant that we're going to win the title now, because if Leipzig scored then, it would have been a bit like, oh, maybe we'll get a draw. I don't know what a draw means for us, but looks like we've weathered the storm, and we might even make it 4-1, because we've got some space here with Ranks. Piccoli's through. Just needs to be a shot on his left foot from Piccoli, and we'll score here. No, he's decided to give it back to Leipzig. We've hit it all the way back to Castells. Are we only seeing this because it's the end of the game highlight, or is there anything that's going to come from this? I hope we will see something. It's a bit of a long-winded one, because we've gone all the way back to the goalkeeper first, and now Leipzig have got the ball again. So this is almost certainly the end of the game highlight, so I don't know why I'm commentating on it really. Should I just sit here and wait for it to take over and blow the whistle? Maybe I'm wrong, because Nkunku's in. Castile saves. Nkunku? Is that his name? Nkunku? Nkunku. Sorry, I've seen his name a million times, but I just didn't know how to say it for a second then. But there we go. We have won the Bundesliga title. We can see it there on the podium. Castile was walking up to collect. We've done brilliantly so far. In the first season, we won the German Cup. This year, we've gone and won the German League title. Next year, a European title maybe, just to complete the set. We've done brilliantly this season. I'm going to discount that loss against Barcelona because I still think overall we outplayed Barcelona and got very unlucky. But great work from us. Who is this guy next to me? I'm the guy in the purple jacket, but I don't know who that bloke is next to me. Is that my assistant manager? He's walking along with me the whole time. Oh no. I'm very confused. Anyway, here's the squad. We're doing cartwheels. We've won our league title. I think that's Castile's walking away with it right now. Just celebrating with the trophy. Baku, as I expected, getting man of the match. He was brilliant that game, as he has been all season. And I'm sure that all the awards will probably go to him as the season finishes, and Adeyemi, to be honest, actually. Probably split between Baku and Adeyemi for all the awards that the game gets given out. But brilliant from us. Yeah, I don't know what else to say really now. We've won a league title. I'm not going to show the other two games. I'll do them off camera. But next season, we've just got to hope we can retain it and then go all the way in a Champions League, or at least get further. 3 seasons to win a Champions League with Wolfsburg wouldn't be easy. But I think with the squad we've got and the form we're in and the tactic we're using, which is working really nicely for us. And again, I made that tactic myself. That wasn't like some downloaded tactic, and that's the reason it's doing really well. I think we could genuinely go quite far in the Champions League next year, because I think we could have done this year if we made it past Barca. We just got a bit unlucky in that match. But tactically, yeah, it's all made myself. There's no individual player roles. I know a few people have been asking in the comments. It was just a preset. Then I shifted some of the player roles around, but I didn't add any player instructions. That's what I should have said earlier, not player roles. I didn't add any player instructions, and I didn't really affect the team instructions either. These are pretty much the standard ones. So yeah, it's quite interesting that it is doing so well, but I'm very happy with it. In terms of our transfer policy, because we've got a lot of money to spend, I think I'm not going to go overboard this year. I'm going to try and just get rid of the players that maybe aren't playing so much and are expecting to play more. But I think if we go position by position, we've got it pretty much sorted. I'm happy with our goalkeeping situation. Castile's, yes, he's getting a bit older, but he's got another year in him in his contract, at which point when he goes, Kenneth Wynn will hopefully be ready to step up and be our number 1 goalkeeper. Baku and Paslak, I couldn't ask for a better right-back pairing than them two. DeMarco, Aud, Gerhardt as left-back options is not bad either, although if there's one place where we're really lacking a star player, maybe it is left-back, because DeMarco overall, he's been fine. He just hasn't really set the world alight. He's definitely done well. 7.22 average match rating is nothing to turn your nose up at, but if someone came in and offered 30 million for him, and there was another option on the table, I wouldn't mind taking it. Centre-backs will just be these centre-backs, I imagine, unless Real Madrid do come in for Lacroix, at which point, depending on what they pay for him, I might consider selling him and bringing in someone major, like, like your Deluxe or something like that, if I do get big money for Lacroix. But then midfield, again, pretty much sorted. I don't see too much more needed there. I don't want to replace Arnold. The longer I use Arnold, the more important I realise he is for the team. The striking situation I've already mentioned, probably need one more striker and let Weghorst go, who is 30 years old now, and we could probably cash in before his contract is up. But yeah, the team's looking perfect. I think we're ready to hit the ground running next season with a few extra signings. I say there's nothing's going to happen. Who knows? I might end up spending another £200 million at this rate. But yeah, awesome. Thank you guys for all the support. We've won a league title. We've won a cup. Champions League is next up. So hopefully, Series 3, we can pick that up. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, guys. Goodbye.